I am getting my associates in business, and I actually started with the crop program, all thanks to Dr. Anderson and Miss Jessica. They were always there to support me, help me out. They never left me along the way. When I had questions, they were there to answer my questions. And they always, every time I seeked help, they were there. They were there ready to lend me a hand. And even when they didn't have my answer ready, they were there to help me out and motivate me, support me. Even when I thought, no, I didn't have the support of anybody else, they were there to support me. And it was just a great step for me to transition to college. They helped me transition to college. Well, I actually want to thank them so much for the opportunities, for every opportunity they gave me, for believing in me even when I didn't believe in me, and for always just showing their, encouraging me, for all the happiness, the smiles, because when people smile, it's just like, I felt happy, I felt at home. I felt, it was a special place to be at, and I felt, accepted. I felt like they valued me as a student. My next step is actually heading to USF in Sarasota, continuing my business, actually pursuing my bachelor's in business, and maybe helping more people, like helping back the community. As the community helped me, SCF helped me, so I want to give back to the community, give back to the people.
So my experience in FPS was great. I honestly loved all the people that was here. They were really enthusiastic. They were always willing to help. To me, I believe the greatest moment is whenever I realized that you are not alone. I would say take your chance. A lot of people graduate and they say that college is not for them. I mean, there's always a spot for everybody. No matter if it's like in one class or another, college is always a solution. It's always some path to take to pretty much go into the higher level of education, higher level of yourself even. I'll be going to USF, Tampa, trying to achieve my mechanical engineering degree and go on from there. To SCF, I will say thank you, and I appreciate how welcoming they were. To the crop, I will say they're amazing. They were always right there to support me. To the student, as I said, take your chance. It's always a path. There's always a solution to everything.
I'm James Hargrove. I retired from the Air Force in 2016. I came to SCF for the opportunity to be educated, to learn exactly what was going to become of my future. Because after 20 years in the Air Force, I had no idea what I wanted to be when I grew up. At the State College of Florida, the Veterans Program is going to ensure that during your transition phase, you're not left out of the loop. You're going to know how to sign up for classes. You're going to learn your GI Bills. You're going to learn what benefits are available to you. This is first and foremost because as a veteran, you've earned it all. SCF Venice was an amazing campus. The faculty, the staff, the Veteran Services building, top notch, beyond compare. The amount of care that is given to each veteran as well as each student is beyond compare. You're not treated as an outsider. The moment I'm going to take away most is walking across the stage with my eldest daughter, and we're going to graduate together.
I actually came to SCF back in 1996 after I graduated high school, when it was then called MCC. I started for a couple years and decided that at the time, being a young man, that vocational school was a better fit for me. Ultimately, I went to fire school, EMT school, and paramedic school, and became a firefighter, which I have been employed in the last 20 years for the Sarasota County Fire Department. Went back to school midway through my career, started very slowly, got my associate's degree in 2011, kept at it, and I'm tonight graduating with my bachelor's degree. They took the time to really get to know their students. They took the time to really make the students feel special and encourage students to continue their education and to give back to the same community which they live and work. And for that, I'm extremely appreciative. The most important thing, I think, is to actually just start. There's a lot of different reasons for me. Going back to school midway through my career with raising a family, it was very challenging. Don't let things like that get in the way. Even if you take one class at a semester or even less, slowly but surely chip away at the classes, and before you know it, even if it takes you 10 years like it did me, you'll have a degree and you'll be very proud of that accomplishment. I am currently applying for graduate school, and I would love to continue teaching at the college level in the future.
Good evening. You may be seated. Welcome and thank you for joining us tonight to celebrate the graduation of our talented students. While additional guests are ushered to their seats, please enjoy a special musical selection, the Manatee Lyric Overture, played by our own State College of Florida Symphonic Band. President Probstfield, members of the Board of Trustees, friends, and honored guests, our graduates and guests have assembled. This convocation is now in session. Please rise and join the State College of Florida Chamber Choir in the singing of the national anthem, followed by the opening invocation provided by our campus ministry chaplain, the Reverend Michael P. Todd. Gentlemen, please remove your caps.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there, was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Let us pray. Almighty Lord, Heavenly Father, love everlasting, we rejoice in the goodness of this day, and again we will rejoice. Thank you for all the blessings of our lives, especially the support and love of our families, friends, and loved ones. Thank you for the knowledge and guidance given to us by the faculty, staff, coaches, mentors, and our fellow students here with SCF. O Lord, your plans for us are for a hope and a future. They are plans for good and not for harm. As we close this leg of our journey, shine your light of discernment upon our path, that we may follow your will for our lives on the next leg of the journey. Grant us divine wisdom from heaven above to trust you and walk in your ways. And as we look forward to the future, fill our hearts and minds with gratitude. Gratitude for the memories, the relationships, and the times we've experienced here at SCF. Thank you for your faithfulness, O God. So now as we prepare to go out into the world, empower us, O Lord, with your Spirit to be instruments of peace, that where there is despair, may we sow hope. Where there is hatred, may we sow love. Where there is discord, may we sow peace. And may we do so, O Lord, for your honor's sake. We thank you and pray your blessing upon us, not because we deserve it, but because you are merciful. We thank you, O Lord, and we ask this in your name, through Christ our Lord, who with the Father and the Holy Spirit reign one God, now and forever. Amen.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good evening. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Carol F. Probstfield, the sixth president of the State College of Florida. Dr. Probstfield was named SCF president in January 2013 by the college's District Board of Trustees. As SCF president, Dr. Probstfield is committed to building and nurturing relationships and focused on enhancing the student experience. Dr. Probstfield is leading SCF's effort to boldly engage its students, faculty, staff, and community partners to achieve the goals of the college's 2015 to 2020 Boldly Engaging Strategic Plan. In the 5-year plan's first 3 years, SCF has started to develop the vision and programming for a new parish campus, added signature programs to its Venice campus, enacted multiple strategic enrollment initiatives, and graduated its first Leadership Academy, and increased workforce degree and certificate offerings, along with several other signature accomplishments. To the students, she's Dr. P. We know how much she cares about our education and our personal development because she meets with us and asks us frequently what the college can do better to help us. With Dr. P and SCF's outstanding faculty, we know we're getting the best education we can get and are on track for a great future. Thank you, Dr. P.
Thank you, James, and thank you for your service to our country. Good evening to all of our graduates and guests. On behalf of the SCF District Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, and students, it's my privilege to welcome you to the Winter 2018 Commencement Ceremony of the State College of Florida, Manatee, Sarasota. For our students, this ceremony represents a beginning. For those of us at the college, it brings a sense of accomplishment as we fulfill our mission to graduate students who are prepared to advance in rewarding careers and to pursue upper-level degrees here at SCF or at other institutions. These graduates embody our vision that with an SCF education, you can get anywhere from here. As the area's first and largest institution of higher education, it has been our privilege to applaud more than 50,000 graduates in our 61-year history. Every degree we bestow is both a singular achievement and a milestone for the college, the graduates, and their families. This is a historic time to be part of the State College of Florida. We are committed to providing quality resources and programming to make our community members successful. With our new SCF Bradenton Library and Learning Center opening earlier this year, we are now focused on acquiring the final state funding to renovate and add to our Bradenton Science Building, a project which will impact nearly every student. To enhance our contribution to our community's cultural development, we are actively fundraising for the Studio for the Performing Arts to provide more practice and performance space for our performing arts students. We are very excited to begin recruitment now for a new collegiate school at our SCF Venice campus for the fall of 2019. We are constantly striving to improve the student experience and expand our programming to meet community and student needs and hope to have even more exciting announcements in the coming months. Our recent accomplishments reflect a deep synergy with the college's administration, faculty, and staff. These relationships are among the college's greatest competitive advantages. allowing us to rapidly adapt and create curriculum, programs, and services to meet the area's changing needs. The constant factor for more than half a century, whether as MJC, MCC, or SCF, continues to be the impact of our exceptional faculty and staff and their unwavering commitment to our outstanding students. Our professors bring a passion for teaching to the classroom, and thanks to them, our students consistently are recognized among the state's highest performers. Tonight's graduates proudly carry that tradition forward. You have achieved academic honors at the national, regional, and state levels. I could not be more proud. I always enjoy boasting about the amazing students we have at SCF, but none of this is possible without the most professional and dedicated faculty in the Florida college system. These graduates will testify that their success and accomplishments are due to the faculty that challenged them in the classroom and inspired them to pursue knowledge. The secret to SCF's success is faculty members uniquely committed to our students and our college. Tonight, our graduates recognize and honor the powerful influence our faculty members have in their lives. I now ask the faculty to stand, and I invite the audience to join me in a round of applause for SCF's finest, our faculty. Tonight's ceremony includes graduates who are family members of SCF faculty and staff, which underscores our entire college's deep commitment to and confidence in our quality education, exemplified by our high licensure pass rates, our outstanding grade point averages of our transfer students, and our highly credentialed faculty. SCF is also a proudly diverse college that embraces students of different ages, races, and nationalities that come to us from around the region, state, nation, and world. The enthusiastic presence here tonight of so many families and friends represents the collective dedication, participation, and assistance behind every degree awarded. Will the families and friends of our graduates please stand so we can recognize your support and contributions to making this special day possible? We thank you for your support.
Good evening. It's an honor and privilege for me to present the Outstanding Graduate Award this evening. Graduates, for each one of you, this graduation ceremony represents a significant step in your continuous journey to reaching your ultimate goals and lifelong objectives, thereby providing a more focused view on your future than when you first entered through our doors. Tonight, when you exit our doors with your new degree, we applaud each of you for the newfound skills and talents you will now share with others. Tonight, we have an additional opportunity to honor a student who was nominated and selected by our faculty and staff for a singular recognition. The Outstanding Graduate Award recognizes a graduating student who has demonstrated academic scholarship and has stepped outside of the classroom, oftentimes beyond their own comfort zone, to boldly engage in servant leadership, peer mentoring, and service to others. This requires an exceptional heart and desire and a commitment to letting no obstacle stand in the way of their educational goals. For this commencement, we had a very strong group of outstanding nominees for which the finalists were selected. The finalists each received a medallion in recognition of their achievements and are noted in the graduation program and will lead their degree areas in tonight's conferment of degrees. Now, I am pleased to congratulate our Winter 2018 Outstanding Graduate who will receive a special plaque and a cash award from the SCF Foundation in recognition of his academic performance and leadership. Dr. Probstfield, would you please join me at the podium? The outstanding graduate for this commencement is Miguel Garcia. Miguel, please come join us to accept your award.
It's a lot bigger than I was picturing. So many of our dreams at first seem impossible, then they seem improbable, and then when we summon the will, they soon become inevitable. That was from the late Christopher Reeve, aka Superman. At least he was Superman when I was growing up in the 80s. Those of an older generation or younger generation might argue, but I'm here to settle the score. He's the real Superman. Good evening. It is a privilege and great honor to accept the State College of Florida Outstanding Graduate Award. Receiving this award has been a very moving experience. I humbly accept this award in the shadow of the other Outstanding Graduate Award finalists. Kara, Bashar, Yulia, your stories are moving, and I was truly inspired by all the challenges that each of you have overcome. Graduating is a momentous time in a person's life. Our experiences that lead us to this moment are unique. For me, returning to college midway through my career was challenging. I have been a firefighter with the Sarasota County Fire Department for almost 20 years. It took me over 10 years to finish my associate's and bachelor's degrees. I worked slowly and diligently, but the preservation paid off. In that time, I have been promoted to a company officer, married the woman of my dreams, and started a family. I share the accolade of receiving this prestigious award on the shoulders of those who helped me get here. I wish to thank the State College of Florida Foundation Board of Directors, the SCF administration, and of course the faculty here at State College of Florida. Over the years, faculty like Professor Jeff Laborda, Professor Stephen Girk, Dr. Courtney Ruffner, Dr. James Carlino, and Dr. Barry Pewitt took the extra time to make sure students were successful. This has inspired me to pursue a second career in education. I also wish to thank the amazing mentors I've had within the Sarasota County Fire Department, and of course, I wish to recognize the greatest cheerleaders in my life, my family. From the bottom of my heart, I wish to thank my mother, Betty, my father, Miguel, my amazing wife, Mary. The love, encouragement, and support you have bestowed on me over the years is truly amazing. Before I go, it would be remiss not to thank the State College system. In many professions, there have been recent movements to stay sustainable and be local. State College of Florida proves that this movement has bled over into the education system. I cannot think of anything more sustainable than the affordability colleges like SCF provide, nor more local than learning in the same community that you live and work. We are truly blessed to have access to such an amazing scholastic experience. Colleges like SCF prove that you do not need to go out of state or even out of the county to receive a high-quality education. Graduates and guests here tonight, I challenge you to promote these ideals to your family members, friends, and coworkers. Show those in your circle of influence that it truly pays to stay local. To my fellow graduates, I'd just like to say our experiences may be different and varied, but our journeys have brought us to a similar place. Whether your journey took 2 years or 20, we have all had a lot of help along the way. To all the people in attendance today, you have been our support system. We are all here completely because of your encouragement. You inspired us, you supported us, you believed in us. You are actually the real superheroes of the world. Thank you and have a great evening.
That was wonderful. Thank you, Miguel. We are honored this evening to welcome a speaker who demonstrates that your educational journey does not have to end tonight and that SCF can always play a role in your future. SCF alumna Desiree Chubb is the Director of Quality, Chemical Hygiene, and Safety at Three Daughters Brewing Company in St. Petersburg. It was the science that attracted her to the position, which she earned as a result of completing an internship at the company as part of her SCF experience. Desiree's role as the laboratory director is to ensure that Three Daughters Brewing products are consistently of high quality. She spent 10 years in investment banking and management before returning to SCF to study natural science. She graduated in the fall of 2015 with a degree in biotechnology and has completed a Bachelor of Science degree in biology with a minor in chemistry at University of South Florida, St. Petersburg. She also teaches analytical laboratory techniques in the USF St. Pete Brewing Arts Certificate Program. Now everybody don't run and sign up for that program. And supervises interns for several local colleges, including the State College of Florida. Desiree has a long history with an appreciation for SCF. She first graduated from Manatee Community College with an Associate of Arts degree in 2001. When she graduated from SCF in 2015 with her Associate's in Science degree, she was a finalist for Outstanding Graduate, was named the Biotechnology Student of the Year, and was a member of Phi Theta Kappa. She continues to serve as an active industry partner with our institution. The mother of 4 daughters, who are sitting right over there, including triplets, Desiree is proud to serve as a role model for her girls. It's my privilege to welcome Desiree back to the State College of Florida. I'm confident that your messages will inspire us this evening and will be of wonderful value. Thank you, Desiree.
Wow. Thank you, Dr. Probsfeld, for such a great introduction and the privilege of attending and speaking here tonight at this momentous occasion. I would first like to take a moment to thank the college, the State College of Florida faculty and staff for attending tonight, the event coordinators and planning team, as well as all the family and friends that took time out of their busy schedules to support the winter 2018 graduating class. Each and every one of you attending this event should be thanked. Without your support, these graduates may not have had the privilege to walk across the stage tonight. That's what makes a difference, and that's why you're here tonight, graduates. Your support team, your family, your friends, your professors, together with your own efforts, because this journey is not an easy one. Sure, you're the only one who's going to do that trigonometry homework. You're the only one that's going to get up early and go to bed late studying for that chemistry exam. You should be proud tonight. You have made it through the beginning and now have so many options ahead of you. State College of Florida is your foundation. This is the place that sets your stage for the future. Some of the professors and students you met here will be lifelong friends, may even be colleagues of yours one day. I know, because I was lucky enough to graduate this college not once but twice, with both my AA in 2001 and AS in biotechnology in 2015. My life was forever changed after graduation, and I'm going to tell you my story briefly. She did a pretty good job of it, though, because I truly know if I can succeed, that anyone can. First, I'd like to acknowledge 2 faculty members that are in attendance that have shaped my future in so many ways. Dr. Matt Thomas and Dr. Jose Orrs. I know these 2 professors have been mentors to so many of these students here, and I think they deserve a round of applause, please. They're just great. So without the State College of Florida faculty guiding us, our dreams of graduation might have never come to fruition. They believed in us when we didn't even believe in ourselves. They pushed us to learn more, put more effort in, and grow as a student and a person. So here's my story. First off, like Dr. Probsfeld said, I have 4 lovely daughters. Coral is my oldest, who is now 8, and my triplets, Zalia, Zena, and Zariah, are 7. They are here tonight to watch me speak at this milestone for our graduates, and I would like to say hi to them. Hi, girls. I promised I would do that. Secondly, my parents are here, Mike and Cheryl Chubb, as well as my sister Casey and Steve. They are here to keep the kids in line while I'm up here on stage. No, I'm just kidding. They're here to support me, like they always have, my support team. And without that support, my journey would have been a true struggle. As Dr. Probsfeld said, I started at Manatee Community College, now SCF, in '99, right out of high school, was a banker. And then I soon realized I was going to have to take some time off. I had 4 daughters in 15 months, identical triplets. And that's what encouraged me to learn a little bit more about biological sciences. Yeah. Sarasota Memorial did a case study about my natural triplets. When I first found out, I was completely surprised. But that is something that I've learned to understand. Life is full of surprises. I met Dr. Thomas soon after at a showcase at the Student Center. I'm sure you guys have all seen that area. He's become my mentor, my constant support, and now my colleague and friend. From that point, I knew I was going to study biological science. When I told people I was going back to school with a 2-year-old and 3 one-year-olds at my house, most people thought I was crazy. Maybe I was, a little. My friends came to support me, to study, to encourage me, and help me achieve my goals. It was crazy, but I knew it was my path. I took classes beginning in 2013 for what then seems like forever. I'm sure you identify with that. But now it seems like only a blink of an eye. It was in 2014 when I required an internship for biotechnology, and I landed it because of Dr. Thomas at Three Daughters Brewing in St. Pete. I was lucky enough to be awarded or achieved the director position in the quality lab after about 6 months of internship. And I was very, very happy to take that role. I graduated here December 2015 with honors. And a few months later, I was again honored with the Biotechnology Student of the Year Award. At this point, I was teaching students from the USF St. Pete Biological Sciences program. I was helping with our state college biotechnology students to achieve their internship potential. And I continued at USF St. Pete, earning my bachelor's in biology, minoring in chemistry. And now I'm considering my next step, just like some of you graduates are right now. You don't have to have a plan. Honestly, I'm still in awe that I'm in this place right now. But here I am, and I've been given the honor to speak to you, and here you are now graduating. You have reached this amazing goal, and the future is yours. You can do whatever you want with it. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Thank you, graduates, for all of your hard work, continuing State College of Florida's pursuit of excellence, and good luck on your upcoming journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Desiree, for sharing your inspirational thoughts and experiences with us this evening. Now, for the moment we've all waited for, will all the graduates for graduation please stand? Dr. Probsfeld, these candidates have satisfied all requirements as prescribed by the faculty and approved by the District Board of Trustees of State College of Florida, Manatee, Sarasota, for bachelor's and associate degrees and certificates of completion.
By virtue of the authority vested in the State Department of Education and through them in the District Board of Trustees of State College of Florida, Manatee, Sarasota, and through them in me, I hereby confer upon you the following degrees: the Bachelor of Science, the Bachelor of Applied Science, the Certificate of Completion, the Associate in Science, and Associate in Arts degrees, with all the rights and privileges which pertain thereto among scholars everywhere. At this time, I invite the graduates to take the lead of the ushers, who will direct you to come to the front of the stage to receive your degree.
Our faculty readers tonight are Associate Professor of Language and Literature, Jennifer A. Beaslin, and Associate Professor of Mathematics, Janet H. Samuels. Photographers will be taking individual photographs as students cross the stage and receive their degree. Another photo will be taken after the student has exited the stage. Their ceremony is being videotaped and will be available at a later date on the SCF website. Live streaming of the ceremony can also be viewed on the SCF Facebook page.
Good evening. It is my distinct honor to present the State College of Florida students who have successfully earned their respective baccalaureate degree. Miguel D. Garcia. Yulia Crosley. Victoria G. Tesh. Jeanette Livingston. Luisa Maria Disla Santos. Brandy L. Jackson. Candy J. Bell. Cassandra Penzetta. Elaine Marmore. Alexia Janot. Jean-Marie Denise Fisher. Ashley Roseanne Kenny. Marie Bernadette Daniel. Nicolette Lynn Pierce. Tessa Ruth Birdsall Umel. Sierra Rose Butler. Kyle Averial James. Michael Davis Turnage. Celia Underhill St. Ron. Radon Shante Richard. Tawanda Laverne Houston. Arcelia Francais del Aguala. Vanessa Pouchette. Sarah Lynn Keene. Damian Allen Hitt. Jessica Ann Remkiewicz. Anne-Marie Wolonsky. Emily C. Kellum. Gina Underwood. Amy Elizabeth Hall. Carly Marie Pitcher. Kristen Michelle McKenzie. John David Cook. Mark Danilovic Morozuk. Michaela Marie Einsman. Tiffany Nicole Talbuscher. Sarah Elizabeth Zeman. Sandra Lynn Gaitanis. Jonathan David Briggs. John Joseph Hugel. Nia Mota. Christiana Vascaleska Hinton. Jacob Metheny. Ashley Lynn Fage. Megan B. Fitzgerald. Stephanie Hawkins. Barbara Jean Swanson. Michael Anthony Mucci. Abigail Paige Bergboser. Samantha Troy Norman. Keisha Monique Young. Wanda Gail Reeves. Beatrice Sophia Nesbitt. Tamika Weller. Leroy John Matthew. Marina Onesti. Congratulations are now in order for those students who have successfully completed a certificate and/or associate in science degree, programs designed for immediate employment upon graduation. Sarah Elizabeth Durkin. Kristen Lundquist. Christine Murphy. Teron V. Lee Riley. Carrie Lynn Jewel Bookout. Daron Ware Sir. Melanie Ann Sakis. Elizabeth Sage Keene. Erica M. Gustin. Ronnie Solomon. Santos Freddy Ramirez. Jonathan Stephen Aragon. Michelle M. Gentile. Zachary F. Willis. Sarah Ashley Wood. Samantha Victoria Parisi. Jose Martin Yanez. Lucy Alexandra Walsh. Sheila Bing. Alexander William Jobber. Deborah Echevarria. Vanessa Plata. Mary Stella Musichetta. Xavier Roy McBean, Jr. Marta Marie Crane. Robert Plimpton Rudder. Chad M. Riddler. Christina Montiel Arizmendi. Megan Samantha Sturmer. Kevin C. Llewellyn. Brian Schaefer. Remy Sommer. Enzo Sebastian Rossi. Haley Safko. Luis Miguel F. Rodriguez. Fran Marie Jensen. Catalina Montalvo. Kari Damaris Vasquez Eldon. Cynthia Leanne Kenner Brower. Cassandra J. Spalding. Susan M. Reno. Haley Ann Helt. Dr. Probsfeld, it is my privilege to present the candidates for the University Parallel Associate in Arts degree. Bashar Rumia. Kara J. Runke. Graham Rebel Taylor III. Matthew Christopher Sane. Shane M. St. Lawrence. Jason A. Fuss. Timothy V. Mardson. Nicholas Ronald Canine. Samuel Douglas Phillips. Okay. Now? Yes. Bradley Chamoy Antoine.
Thomas Joseph Delandro. Paul Edwards Jenkins. David Rengifio. Anna Martinez. Susanna Ray Sutton. Karina Erica Sabrina Barnes. Rebecca Miller. Tia Watson. Marina Ivanshiva. Brittany Kathleen Shields. Kelsey Marie Donahue. Alexis Nicole Greenfield. Orion Battis. Abby Greenfield. Diana Soledad Rodriguez. Melissa Cruz. Raven Carnegie. Edeline Plancher. Raquel Angelique Falwell. Destiny Shanae. Christine Catherine Olidatry. Heidi Lynn Werther. Madison Shrey. Briston Moesha Samuels. Iva Alexandra Bryant. Janae Reynolds. Wendy Rios. Joss Yvette Eliscar. Grace Lillian Harvey. Ashley Madison Moore. Elvie Joy Presente Register. Mark Roland Garin. Elena Samardiva. Najeen Derekshani. Jessica Marie Schneeman. Vanessa Galindo. Levi Bradstreet. Angela Rose Grandy. Tad Darren. Janelle Shalina Evans. Mahela Jimenez. Yesenia Valderas. Winifred Mendez Rodriguez. Jessica Pérez Maqueda. Destiny Scurry. Mitchell Thomas Stowers. Kelsey McKinsey Klein. Amber LaRoe. Elizabeth Calavito. Megan Avalon Friend. Jean-Eude Lasauce. Joy Melanie Jux. Rachelle Hargrove. James Hargrove. Jessica P. Myler. Faith Marie George. Nicole Samats. Pedro Zavala Cruz. Fernid Carlos. Samuel George Whitfield. Gina Maureen Fusco. Precious Tatiana Rincon. Jordan Eliza Thurman. Benjamin Mark Picard. Aisha Monet Sterling. Gabriel Allen Clements. Alisa Martinez. Shelby Ray Bass. Melody Smith. Nikki Schoenbeck. Elise Christine Beebe. Bailey Ann Castillo. Omar Abdallah Mateo. Allison Henshaw. Ton Liu. Chin Yin Shu. James A. Del Mutolo. Valerie Solarzano. Heather Marie Hoyt. Ashley Jo Lusby. Jake Pearson. Ryan T. Norman. Matthew Wheeler. Courtney Therese Poe. Amber May Noel Burnett. Cheyenne Jansky. Lynn Daphne Duperier. Fioil Sita Thorne. Susana Diaz Renteria. Loida Guzmán. Talía Antunes. Aide Avilés Marínez. Mario Burnetti. Jennifer Tinoco. Alejandro Gómez. Grayson Shrestha. Emily Page Lewis Streeter. Corinne Elizabeth Allison. Andrés Besada Pizango. Timothy Emmanuel, Jr. Paul Alexander Williams. Tierra Charles. Eleni Martín. Kendra Devona Baker. Erica Etchagari. Felicity Simpson. Gabriela Guzmán. Randy Smith. Stacy Ware. Jeremy Keith Thomas. Betty González García. David Rico Suárez. Julie Caroline Brait Resnick. Andrew Patrick Lampert. Alana Alman. Craig Allen Hagerman. Chase Roberts Glorioso. Casey Michelle Harmon. Claire Bonacci. Odette Ortega. Shamika Whitfield. Carolina Grisales. Julianne Corder. Sierra Jade Booth. Julio Montoya. Diana Popoca Antunes. Jahaira Ibarra. Christopher Alexander Fritz. Rachel Lenore Goff. Jessica Altidor. Juliana Selka. Andrew Haig. Morley Mendy Dastinot. Whitney Dastinot. Sashkia Celestine Blaze.
Will our new graduates please rise? All right, we're not done just yet. Our faculty and staff join me in extending to you our best wishes as you continue your education and begin your careers in the years ahead. You may now move the tassel on your academic cap from the right side to the left side as an indication you've received your degree. Congratulations. Guests, these graduates have worked hard. I think we can do better than that. One more time, congratulations.
Family and friends, please remain at your seats until the platform party, faculty, and all of our graduates have exited the auditorium. At that time, you can meet them outside, where you'll be really happy. Thank you again for coming, and once again, congratulations to all our graduates and their families.
Thank you.